I've just nipped out. I can't even remember why I nipped out, to be honest. I can't remember why I nipped out, but I nipped out and somebody's just walked by and she shouted and she said, "Are you Carol?" Carol's down the other end. I'm like, no. She goes, "Did Carol used to live here?" I said, "No." Val did. I says, "I've lived here for about 8 years." She goes, "I remember you." And I'm like, I'm trying to think back. My memory's absolutely shocking because of fibro. And she goes, "Yeah, I spoke to you years back when you first moved in and you were really poorly." And I'm like, I'm so glad somebody remembers that I was actually poorly, because everyone thinks I'm bullshitting. You know, nobody was coming round to see me. No one was coming to check up on me. No one gave a fuck about me. Yeah. Nobody cared about me. They wanted somebody to party with, and that was not me. You know what I mean? But she walked by and she remembered how poorly I was. And she says, "You look different." And I went, Is it because I'm fat?" Because I am. And she goes, "No, you look better. You look well." And I says, "I've been working really hard on getting better. They had me on all these tablets. I nearly died on all these tablets, on the mix that they had me on that mixed together wrong. And I weaned myself off. And, you know, I've worked really, really hard to get more better than what I was." And she says, "I remember your mama. Sister's Joan." I says, "Yeah, Auntie Joan passed away with cancer. And my mum had cancer as well, but she didn't tell nobody. And I had to tell her sister when she passed away, because she couldn't get hold on her." She says, "I remember your mama. She had big black beehive, massive black hair." And I went, "Yeah." She goes, "You've always been doing your garden, haven't you? You've always had stuff going on in your garden." Back in the day when she first spoke to me, this lady, she would have seen me when I had all my big barrel planters in front with all my veggies in. I've moved all them. These is all moved. So the front don't look half as full as it used to look, because I've been moving stuff. And she says, "I've got fruit. I've got lemons, limes, oranges, fig. I've got tomatoes, cucumbers." She's got the things that I don't have, that take a bit more work. But we've had a good little catch up, and she remembers me mum. And I've said to her, if she walks by, don't be a stranger, you know, say hello. It's not often I talk to folk, but she's also got fibromyalgia. She's got Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and they've diagnosed her with autism as well. So she's the same as me, and she has the same issues where she can't remember where she is sometimes, even though she's been there a million times, and she can't remember people's names, and she can't remember people sometimes, or words. And she's older than me, I believe. She may be mum's age. But she's very friendly, and she's yeah, she can tell I've worked hard on getting better. Do you know, nobody in the 8 years, in the past 8 years, hold on, nobody in the last 10 years, 12 years has come up to me and told me they remember how poorly I looked and how well I look now compared. Nobody. Not even friends closest to me, not even family, has said I look so much better, and acknowledge that I've worked hard on trying to help myself and get myself right. And it was really nice to hear it from somebody, because I'm regularly being told how poorly I look. And she says, "I like your makeup." I says, "Well, we've been to the garden centre today. That's the only reason it looks like that, because I've been out." But she says, "You look loads better." And that made me feel good. And she says she's going to give me a tomato plant, if she's got some, which is nice, you know. That's how it should be. It should be like the old times, where you would give each other veggies and plants and say hello and have a catch up and tell each other good things to make them feel good. You know, even if you haven't seen each other in years, and maybe you don't even know each other that well. You know, she knows all my family obviously, but I'm a new acquaintance. I've probably spoke to her a million times when I'm doing my edges and stuff, and I can't remember. So to me, it's a new person. She probably knows me from when I was in nappies, maybe, but I would not remember. But that was a nice interaction. It felt like old times again, and that was nice. And somebody out there acknowledged the effort I have put in to getting myself better. And I appreciate that, because I've worked hard and nobody ever says anything nice to me about how hard I've worked. Just get people wanting things from me and shouting at me when they don't get it. That was a good interaction. I like that.